Hey, Josh and Tommy here for another review. Today we've got Mctavish Bourbon. So this is a new product on the market. It's got its name from the actor Graham Mctavish. He's intimately involved in this whiskey. They've got two expressions out there right now. They've got a rye in addition to this. So this is their bourbon. They call it the Warchief. It's bottled in bond, which is unique.
Love that.
For the first, I guess, the rookie bottle.
Yeah,
or
love it. Love the fact that this is
the
bottled
freshman
in bond.
bottle is
Cool.
bottled in bond, coming out strong, 7-year age statement, 100 proof, obviously. And this has got a mash bill of 75-21-4, which is very familiar. It's also bottled in Indiana as well. Yeah. So we know where the juice is coming from, but Graham Mctavish, from Inside Knowledge, is very intimately involved, and he does a lot of the blending and tasting and making sure that it is up to his standards.
So not your typical celebrity
right
whiskey. There, I mean, we got to talk to a couple of his guys, and they just said that he is really hands-on, which is cool.
Yeah.
It's weird that he's loving American whiskey so much.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And obviously Graham's an actor from Scotland, so you would think he'd put out a Scotch, but
he went the better way.
Yeah, exactly. So this is in somewhat of a partnership with Bourbon with Friends guys, Paul and Connor, and so excited to give this one a shot.
Good guys. They were here. We actually did their podcast. What a good time, and we talked about this whiskey and drank some of this whiskey, and so we'll give it a review here.
Yep, sounds good. So on the nose, it's strong. I think it's familiar.
Yep. Good nose.
It is. It's sweet.
Sweet, yes. Man, and my right side of mine, getting it today. My left side, not too much, but man, I'm getting everything from the right side.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a lot of, feels higher proof, smells higher proof on the nose than 100. So, yeah, so sweet, brown sugar, vanilla, a little bit of fruity, but it's kind of muted.
That's good. Bottled and Bond Act, 1897. Basically, what the Bottled and Bond Act did is people were drinking whiskey, getting sick. They end up starting to die from drinking this tainted whiskey. The government says, look, if you're getting sick, going blind, that's one thing. But when you start falling over dead, we got to do something about it. So what they said is like, look, if you guys will do certain things that we ask of you, we'll put our name on it. We'll put BIB or bonded or bottled and bond on the bottle. So when someone goes to purchase that product or that bottle, they can purchase it, take it home, drink it, and feel, relatively assured that they're not going to die. It's a good thing.
Yep. Yeah. And this was
1897 was when the Bottled and Bond Act was signed. We had Kentucky has their footprint all over that, with Carlisle being a big part of it, E.H. Taylor certainly being a big part of it. So it was a game changer for whiskey. I mean, guys were pretty well blowing themselves up making whiskey, and then some of the whiskey was just so tainted because everybody thought they could make whiskey, and the majority of all the whiskey that was being made in the States sucked.
Yeah,
nobody was drinking.
Or it was colored, or
and then they would bring it to Whiskey Row, downtown Louisville, and these rectifiers would see them coming, and there were good rectifiers and bad rectifiers. Good rectifiers sweetening up, putting some color in it. Bad rectifiers were doing all kinds of nasty stuff. Creosote, which goes on railroad ties. They would, they would take the spittoons. The old folklore in bourbon is that they would take the spittoons out of the saloons and dump it in to give it that kind of tobacco-y. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, it's no wonder they were getting sick and dying. I mean, it's repulsive to think about. But then the government finally says, "Hey, we got to stop. Man.
Yeah,
there's got to be some kind of regulation to it." And so it was game changer for the industry for sure.
Yep. So bottled and bond's got to be 4 years,
a minimum of 4 years.
100 proof.
Got to be exactly 100 proof.
The same season.
Got to be made, and there's 2 distillation seasons: January to June, July to December. It's got to be made in one of those windows. And over the years, people have asked, and it's a question that gets asked a lot to people who talk about bottled and bond is, who cares? Why would the government be so worried about it being done in one of those 6-month windows? Well, what they didn't want you to do was buy the grain in January and use it in December. They didn't want it to mold up, so they wanted to keep everything fresh, and so it had to be done in one of those 6-month windows.
So that's what makes this partly unique, being a sourced product, but
from
sourcing
Indiana
it
and it be a bottled and bond. I don't see it very much.
Yeah, so sourcing it and saying, oh, we need to have all these rules met so we can put bottle and bond on the bottle.
Yeah, absolutely. And which tells me, I don't know Graham Mctavish, but if he's that particular, I love the fact that this is a 7-year-old whiskey that's bottled and bond. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And so if you're watching this as we release this podcast, he's actually going to be here at Watch Hill Proper on February 3rd on a Saturday. We got an event coming up, so it's probably on our website. If it's still before February 3rd, January, it's January now as we're recording this. So if it's still before February 3rd of 2024, you can check our website. And
would be practicing my Scottish accent just be too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah. On the taste, what do you think?
It's good. It's familiar. It's good. I've had this product, not this specific one, and we're both fans.
I do think that there's something a little bit different about it. I don't know if it's that bottled and bond. Yeah, it's super sweet. It's sweeter than normal.
Way more sweet than what I'm used to on that mash bill. Now, we've had this mash bill barrel proof, and then certainly this is not, but man, overwhelming amount of sweetness, which I love.
Probably good quality water that they're proofing it down with, but also I wonder if the lot of barrels that they got having to be in the same distillation season. If they just maybe got a good season, a good lot of barrels on this one.
Yeah, I mean, he did it. Especially, like I say, he's got his hands all over this, which is very cool that he's that hands-on.
And then the finish, it's 100 proof. I'm a 125 up finish guy. So
but it's good for what it is. The nose, I mean, when I can wait until you ask me what I think, but the nose to me is
well, what would you rate the nose?
I mean, it's certainly mid to high 80s for me. I really like that nose.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go 85 on the nose.
And the taste?
I think I'm right around there. I figured I would be. I had not had this exact expression. I figured that I would be somewhere in the mid 80s to maybe even a little bit more, 86, 87, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And the finish?
Finish is right there, 85, 86, 87. I mean, it doesn't disappoint. This bottle is good.
Yeah. No, it's good. So I'm going to probably say, 8.5? I think that's fair.
I would say, I'd say about 8.5 is fine.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So it's good. It's definitely, for their first bottle ever, it's pretty good.
Absolutely. And to be bottled and bond, it probably added a couple.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Kudos to being bottled and bond.
Absolutely.
Kudos for 7-year, all in the same distillation season.
Yeah, I love it.
That's pretty good. Pretty good first bottle.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
So so Mctavish, you can, I would think, find this on shelves just about anywhere in Kentucky. Anyway, I don't know how far their distribution goes yet, but you should be able to get your hands on some of that. So, thanks for joining.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm Tommy. This is Josh. We're the owners of Watch Hill Proper. We are the largest American whiskey bar in the world. We're located in Louisville, Kentucky. We'd love for you guys to come out and visit us. We offer, elevated cuisine, great cocktail list, and the wall is what people show up to see.
Definitely can satisfy your palate from standpoint of whiskeys, different bourbons, different flights. You can make your own, but we have wines, cocktails. Michael Crouch is our chef.
I was going to say,
amazing food. So we'd love to have you come out and visit. Join us for dinner. Join us for a tasting. Check us out on the website, watchhillproper.com. You can make reservations. You can see our events that we have on the calendar, and we'd love to have you.